prove directly or indirectly, brings Parliament into disrepute, or which undermines its authority, reputation, or dignity may amount to contempt. These capture behavior that, while not obstructing proceedings, undermines Parliament's standing, coherence, or credibility. An affront to the dignity or authority of Parliament may arise where a member's conduct A. challenges or disregards a valid act or decision of the House. B. diminishes the institutional authority of Parliament or the Speaker. C. undermines public confidence in the discipline, unity, or dignity of Parliament. Or D. brings Parliament into disrepute before state organs or external bodies. Unlike other specific grounds of contempt set out in the standing orders, this category focuses not on the place where the act occurred, but on its effect. Conduct that conveys the impression that Parliament's decision may be ignored without consequence qualify as an affront to dignity, even if committed outside the presence of the House. Democratic experience across the world teaches that institutions endure not by their formal design alone, but by the conduct of those entrusted with them. The strength of this House, therefore, rests not merely in its constitutional design, but in the consistent respect members accord to its decisions and processes. Honorable members, having reviewed the complaint, the standing orders, and the governing principles, I am satisfied that the matter raised prima facie implicates the dignity and institutional integrity of this House. Pursuant to Order 34.1, I therefore refer the matter, the complaint lodged by the Honorable Member for Bawku Central and a majority leader to the Committee on Privileges and Immunities for examination, inquiry, investigation, and report to the House. The committee is directed to 1. ascertain the relevant facts giving rise to the complaint, including the actions taken by the House and by the honorable member concerned. 2, review those actions taken within the framework of our standing orders and the applicable protocols of the ECOWAS Parliament. 3, determine whether the conduct, if established, constitutes contempt of Parliament or a breach of privilege under Orders 30 and 31A. And 4, make appropriate recommendations to the House for its consideration. In conclusion, honorable members, whatever our political differences, the authority of Parliament rests on a shared commitment to respect its decisions and uphold the integrity of its processes. Allegations that a member has disregarded a decision of this House must therefore be examined with fairness, constitutional fidelity, and a clear regard for the institutional independence of Parliament. I urge the committee to discharge its mandate with diligence, impartiality, and decorum, ensuring that all parties are given a fair hearing. Until the committee completes its inquiry and response to the House, and reports to the House, I advise honorable members to refrain from public commentary on this matter in order to preserve the dignity and unity of this august House. I thank all of you for your attention, and I pray that discipline will prevail in this matter. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we now take item 5. Correction of votes and proceedings and official report. Honorable members, we'll start with the votes and proceedings of Wednesday, 26th November 2025. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, sorry, page 7.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, sorry, I was on my feet at page 7. Item 5D. Speaker, I humbly propose that we insert the word "of" after "peoples," so that it stands as staff and peoples of. No, D. What I have here is not. Yes, D. D, as in dog. Yes. Delta, sorry. Staff and peoples of. So if you could insert the word "of." Thank you.
Yes, table office, take note of that. That actually is page 8, not page 7. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday I was present, but I've been marked absent. Page 1.
Page
1.
Page 1.
1, yeah.
You see,
my name's supposed to be in page 1, but I have seen it at page 7, the absentees page.
What is your name?
George Kwame Abuaji.
George
Kwame Abuaji. Abuaji George Kwame.
Abuaji George Kwame.
Yeah.
Asine Manso Akroso constituency.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
You see, when we were at 1, you were absent. When we were at page 1, you were
supposed
absent.
to be at page 1.
You were absent.
No, I was present.
So how come you didn't see it?
I just saw it.
Table office, kindly cross-check your records and If what he says is true, capture him as present. Page 9. Oh, sorry. Yes. Is it page 8?
Page 7, Right Honorable Speaker. I have inadvertently been added to the list of those who were absent yesterday, but I was conspicuously here from beginning to the end yesterday. Number 11, Dixon Chireduya.
How do you know it was inadvertence?
Because I was here from beginning to the end, so I assume it was a mistake. Page 7.
So if the records don't show that you were here, he's always punctual. You are getting some false witnesses.
Mr. Speaker, I've always been very punctual and diligent in this House.
Yes, honorable member, today, for example, you are not punctual. So if they say you are always punctual, I sit here, I count the numbers, and then I take time for you to show up before I start even opening prayer. And so I know those who are punctual and those who are not punctual. Today, you were not punctual.
Mr. Speaker, I was here until 12:30 when proceedings were not starting. I ran to the hearing of the Youth and Sports Committee budget hearing. So I was here even before. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I've always been very punctual, except that when you came in, I had dashed to the committee hearing. But when I saw you were in, I rushed back. Thank you.
Well, you don't know when we started today, the time we started today.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I was monitoring. So the moment you came in,
The question is, you don't know the time we started today.
At the time of saying the prayer, I was in, Mr. Speaker.
I said, you don't know the time we started today.
Mr. Speaker, no, I didn't check.
That's sufficient. Table office, please cross-check your records.
Thank you, Right
And
Honorable
do
Speaker.
the right thing. Page 10. Page 10. Yes, please.
Speaker, with respect, I think I have an observation on page 9, item 10, the last but one line. If we could insert Speaker after Honorable Second Deputy. Thank you.
Yes, table office, the part in italics. Insert after Deputy Speaker. Page 10. Page 11. Page 12. Honorable members, in the absence of any further corrections, the votes and proceedings of the 22nd sitting dated Wednesday, 26th November 2025, as corrected, are adopted as the true record of proceedings. Are we ready for urgent questions? Yes, Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, that is so. The minister is here. Sorry.
Honorable members, we take item 6, urgent questions.
Mr. Speaker, a further arrangement is that we are praying you to limit the supplementary questions to 1, so we can have enough time to take a lot of the questions.
Honorable members, before I go on, let me acknowledge the presence Honorable members, we could go on with the urgent questions while some things are sorted out. So, item 6A. The urgent question stands in the name of Mr. Patrick Yabuama, Member of Parliament for Okaukwe Central. Honorable member, you may ask your question now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Education what measures the ministry is implementing to finance the upcoming end of academic year examination in public basic schools and prevent the charging of exams fees. Thank you.
Yes, Minister.
Speaker, let me thank you for the opportunity to respond to the question on the financing of end of academic year exams and preventing charging of exam fees by persons, as was asked by the Honorable Patrick Buama. And Mr. Speaker, to put it in context, examination is assessment and is within the remit of the West Africa Examination Council. And Mr. Speaker, we recognize the right of every child and person to have the right to equal educational opportunities and facilities. And with a view to achieving the full realization of that right, we are reminded that basic education remains free, compulsory, and available to all. It's regrettable that since the implementation of the 1992 Constitution, 30 years on, Ghana has not been able to attain free, compulsory, universal basic education. We would need the support of this House to ensure that every Ghanaian child gets educated so that our national literacy rate can improve. Korea today is boasting of a national literacy population of 98%. Ghana is still around 78% with wide disparities. Mr. Speaker, government pays this through the capitation grant, which is used as a key instrument to actualize Article 25(1) of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, 72,765,850 have so far been disbursed as capitation grant for 2024-2025, benefiting some 6,154,953 learners across the country. Mr. Speaker, the capitation grant for the first term of 2025-2026 first term has been processed for release. Measures to address unauthorized charging of fees. The Director General of the GES have issued a directive banning all such charges, and circulars are being sent and regular reminders are being sent to all GS institutions. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Education and GES deploy monitoring teams for audit, inspection, and randomized spot checks. GES establish reporting timelines and other mechanisms, including PTA meetings and suggestion boxes. The ministry remains committed to eliminating financial barriers at the basic level of education. So there's no problem with it. Capitation grants have been paid, and it covers examination fees. So no parent or child is required to pay for any examination fee. If any head teacher or teacher is caught, they will be sanctioned in accordance with the GS standards. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm told the agreement is one supplementary question, so you can do so.
Mr. Speaker, I don't have any supplementary question. I
Okay.
thank the Minister for answering my question.
Thank you. We now take 6B, who signs in the name of Mr. Emmanuel Kweku Buam, the Honorable Member for Pru East. Honorable Member, you may do so now.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Education what measures the ministry has implemented to prevent examination malpractices and cancellation of examination papers, especially in BEC and WASI, considering the negative impacts such cancellation has on students, especially of the Pru East constituency. Thank you.
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, the West Africa Exams Council is mandated to conduct credible, world-class examinations and protect the integrity of exams to ensure educational quality, national development, and every child has the right to a fair, trustworthy assessment process. Mr. Speaker, cancellation occurs only after thorough investigations showing concrete evidence of collusion, foreign materials, impersonation, and the use of electronic devices. Mr. Speaker, the West Africa Examination Council is working with the GES through public sensitization, randomization of test papers, enhanced security at the printing press, stronger collaboration with law enforcement for arrest and prosecution, and increased deployment of trained supervisors. Mr. Speaker, there is a growing phenomenon of phone-related exam malpractice, where learners smuggle phones into the examination room, and that is quite troubling. It's undermined the integrity of our exams. And Mr. Speaker, integrity is at the hallmark of the molding of character with discipline. Mr. Speaker, anytime the West Africa Examination Council, they will normally put the school on notice that we are investigating a certain unacceptable conduct. Where they finish the investigation and there's evidence to it, they will proceed to sanction. So there are many areas where the West Africa Examination Council will decide that this particular town or school is not fit for purpose for the conduct of exam arising out of misconduct from them by students or teachers or in collusion with both. Government takes a serious view of it, and the assessment institution takes a serious view of it. What we need to do is to grow our learners with integrity. Mr. Speaker, we are currently revising the curriculum for kindergarten to primary 6, and we are incorporating integrity and ethics into the training of young Ghanaians so that they know the values of patriotism, responsibility, and integrity. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary question? Honorable members, First Deputy Speaker to take the chair.
Yes. Honorable Minister, are you done with the...
Yes, supplementary question, please.
Any supplementary question?
Yes, right, Honorable Speaker. From the response of the minister, yes, it is certain that a lot of these malpractices are related to mobile phones. Mr. Speaker, to interest you to know that Bono region and Ahafo region, between 2021 and 2024,
Honorable member asks a supplementary question.
Happen to be the highest of all the malpractices. I want to find out from the ministry, is there any specific intervention for these regions, as most of them are affected? Is there any specific intervention?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the ministry does not interfere with the work of the West Africa Exams Council. As I stated, it's an assessment institution, independent, autonomous. They are expected to uphold the highest level of integrity and ensure that they safeguard it. But, Mr. Speaker, as I indicated, normally, after the conduct of exams through marking, they would alert the institutions that we are investigating some behavior or conduct. When they are satisfied that that behavior may have resulted in an examination malpractice, they will proceed to sanction it. Mr. Speaker, I currently have a proposal in my office that we should deploy CCTV cameras at the examination centers. We are looking at the cost of it and our capacity to be able to do that. But, Mr. Speaker, what is important is, as I said, learners must grow and learn with hard work and with integrity. I thank you.
Any further supplementary?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we agree that conclave that a sponsor of a question will have only supplementary, so we can have enough time.
Very well.
To take the rest.
Very well. Yes, Honorable J. Asamoah.
Mr. Speaker, thank the Minister for his response to the exam malpractices. Mr. Speaker, I want to know from the Honorable Minister, to improve on this, how is the ministry working to collaborate with WAEC so that we can also introduce the serialization and digitization of our exams to help curb down this exam malpractices?
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Ghana is going digital with its free senior high school initiative. I inherited a contract worth about $337 million, where some 1.3 million tablets was to be distributed across the country to all free senior high schools in the country, so that learners can have access to digital tools. I'm told that deployment of that is around 980,000. We are through GET Fund supporting the distribution across the country. But my attention this morning, Mr. Speaker, was drawn to the fact that many of the devices are not customized, and the students are using it for other purposes, including pornography, which is not acceptable. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, government is taking a high view of it, and there must be restrictions as to what the tablets can be used for, and it should be used strictly for purpose of study. The curriculum is offloaded onto the tablet. It will facilitate digital learning. Mr. Speaker, we are to be minded that when you are training students, you are training them to be globally competitive. And therefore, we have to take investment in digital skills and digital technology and its deployment much more seriously with increased investment. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Can we move to question numbered 6C, standing in the name of Honorable Charles Forson, Member of Parliament for Tema Central.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Education the steps that the ministry is taking to curb the use of fake educational credentials such as PhD within the system? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, is mandated by Section 84D of the Education Regulatory Bodies Act 2020, Act 1023, to regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles, including emeritus, professors, doctors, chartered, and related terms. Act 1023 also mandates the Commission to verify the authenticity of all certificates, diplomas, and degrees upon request. Thus, within the intent of the Act, the Commission has initiated the following to curb the use of fake educational credentials: evaluating and authenticating of credentials awarded by local and foreign institutions accredited by the Commission. The Commission has issued a press statement warning the public against the use of the fake credentials. Following the above, persons who are believed to have publicly displayed fake credentials or credentials they are not entitled to are called out to demonstrate the authenticity of their credentials. Also, the public is called upon to refer doubtful qualifications to the Commission for evaluation and for action. But Mr. Speaker, if Professor Azuma Nelson ends his professor by way of boxing, and then informally you want to say that you are taking his professor title from boxing, who judges that, Mr. Speaker? I leave it to the public.
Yeah, thank you. Any supplementary?
Thank you, Mr. Minister. But I further wish to ask, we should take certain steps to cure that, because we have situations where persons with fake quack certificates come into the house and other...
But the question is on steps taken.
Yes, I'm following up respectfully, Mr. Speaker.
So, what is the question?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, how is the ministry supporting GTEC? Because GTEC only names and shame. What steps? We need to, there should be certain primitive actions which will serve as deterrent. That is what I'm asking the minister.
Very well. Minister, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, as minister, mine is policy. I don't interfere with the regulatory mandate or authority of any institution. GTEC has every power and the option to take legal action where necessary. The Director General is doing his utmost best, and he has the support of the law. Thank you.
You've heard the agreement. That one supplementary question. Yes, we move to oral questions. Question numbered 179. Standing in the name of Honorable Alfred Ni Kote Ashi, Member of Parliament for Ododio constituency. Honorable Member, you have the floor.
Gentlemen. Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful for the opportunity once again. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Education on an update on the stalled Sempe School project in Ododio and the reasons for the delay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker,
James Kwabena Bomfe Jr., PhD, seated this morning.
Occupying a temporary structure on the premises of the Freeman Methodist Church has a total enrollment of 454 learners, comprising 235 boys, 219 girls, and a staff strength of 20. The condition of the school deteriorated significantly, resulting in learners undertaking teaching and learning activities in temporary structures. As a result of this, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly deemed it necessary to initiate the construction of a 3-story, 18-unit classroom block to address the growing school-age population in the constituency and to improve educational infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, this intervention was undertaken to replace the deteriorated facility and ensure safe learning environment for the people and respond to increasing enrollment within the constituency. Mr. Speaker, the construction of the 3-story 18-unit classroom block is not a GET-funded project. However, the ministry has assessed the situation and will engage the AMA and GET fund to ensure its completion. Mr. Speaker, currently there are about 5,000 schools under trace still in the country, and we need to up our investment in basic education, particularly in foundational learning. If the child gets it right at age 6, the child is more likely to get it right at age 80. Therefore, it is a policy decision of government to increase investment in basic education. Accordingly, as was announced by the Honorable Minister for Finance, a number of basic school infrastructure, including 200 junior high schools, will be built across the country and a number of primary schools. I thank you.
Honourable Member, any supplementary question?
Honourable Speaker, I have confidence in the Minister's intervention, so I'll end it here. Thank you.
Very well. This is a constituency-specific question. We'll move to question number 218, standing in the name of Fred Che Asamoah, Member of Parliament for Ofinsu North. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Education the steps being implemented to ensure prompt payment of the 2025 book and research allowance to members of the teachers' unions.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the book and research allowance was introduced in public universities with its intended purpose of helping lecturers acquire academic materials and carry out research. The allowance, which seeks to equip lecturers to perform scholarly work, also serves as a statutory entitlement and essential resource for advancing research, teaching, and knowledge sharing. The ministry, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance and GTEC, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, has instituted clear measures to ensure the prompt payment of the allowances to eligible members of the teacher union in public tertiary institutions. Mr. Speaker, last year, the burden of government on book and research allowance was in the region of some 260 million. This year, it has ballooned to 610 million. Mr. Speaker, 2 days ago, I met with CTAC, the striking workers of the colleges of education, and I persuaded them to call off their strike and give government some 2 weeks to respond to their demand. It's only a matter of evaluating technically whether, one, they deserve it or not. But, Mr. Speaker, one of the important issues which emerged in our meeting is that as part of their conditions of service, if the requirement is to have an MPhil and you have an MA, and you agree with GTEC that the standard is MPhil, government, apart from the transitional period, will work to what has been agreed by the parties, which include that if the requirement is that have an MPhil, it should be an MPhil. But we'll have a transition period for those of them with MA who have served in those institutions. They are tertiary, and government will support them with infrastructure. A number of them are complaining about vehicles. Some of them are using vehicles as old as 18 years, and that endangers their life. Mr. Speaker, government will see what it can do. So book and research allowance have been processed for university lecturers. Normally, it's a computation of the exchange rate, which is the determination of the Honorable Minister for Finance. I've called on CTAC to call off their strike, because in the event that we pay them, we cannot compensate for the time period loss whilst they are not in class. And they must deal with government in good faith, have faith in government. But, Mr. Speaker, it's important to add that these outstanding allowances date back to 2022. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much. Yes, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. a copy of a letter available to me from the University Teachers Association of Ghana. That was in October. Definitely had the notice of industrial action as a result of this book and research allowance. In July this year, I had put in this question. So, Mr. Speaker, my follow-up question to the Honorable Minister: what other measures are you putting in place to reduce the waiting time and the anxiety that boils up with our teacher unions so we can improve on our educational system?
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Ministry and Government remains committed to strengthening the research environment in our public tertiary institutions, and we are concerned and working to improve their welfare and conditions of service in order to advance higher education. Our core policy as government is to emphasize access, relevance, and quality at the higher education level. And, Mr. Speaker, our stakeholders, we need to engage more on how to address to improve the quality of teaching and research and innovation in our public universities. Mr. Speaker, as you may recall, the President promised to establish the National Research Fund. That has been established, a board has been constituted, a chief executive appointed, and the President will launch it early next year. And it will be given adequate resources to support research within the public universities. Mr. Speaker, last year, to support research in the public universities, we incorporated in the GET Fund formula 5 locally sponsored scholarships to be paid for by GET Fund for any institution that wants to strengthen its faculty to take advantage of it instead of wanting to travel abroad. It is still available, and interest applicants may go through the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission and their institutions. I thank you.
Honourable members, let's move to question numbered 219, standing in the name of Honourable Colin Sadoman Komensa, Efija Kwabre North Constituency. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister of Education when the GET Fund sponsored classroom block at St. Michael's Senior High School at Ahinkro will be completed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, St. Michael's Senior High School is located in the Fija Kwabre North District of the Ashanti region. The school has an enrollment of 840 learners, comprising 562 boarders and 278 day students. There is currently one GET Fund project ongoing in the school, the construction of 12-unit classroom block. The project was awarded to Messrs. Bajin Solars Company Limited November 5, 2018, at a contract sum of 1.2 million and being supervised by Messrs. Amalgamated Group. Work on the project stands at 70% completion. The project, Mr. Speaker, forms part of the several uncompleted GET Fund projects across the country. Mr. Speaker, the GET Fund currently is burdened because the GET Fund is providing for free senior high school. Feeding alone stands around 3 to 4 billion Ghana cedis. Some additional expenditure, I'm informed by, may dilute the GET Fund not to be able to undertake its traditional role and function and mandate of providing for infrastructure at all levels of education, particularly at the higher education level. But, Mr. Speaker, in the 2026 budget, the Honourable Finance Minister announced the completion of a number of GET Fund projects. Out of 52, some 22 have been selected for completion, and I will pay particular attention to my good friend's constituency and completed project. Mr. Speaker, the other difficulty is that if you are awarded a contract in 2018 at 1.2 million, you don't expect the contractor to finish it at the same rate, given that some time period have lost, costs have risen, and the value of the contract may be more expensive for the contractor. that becomes a disincentive. Mr. Speaker, government is working to convert about 30 Category C schools to B and about 10 to 20 Category B schools to C, and then expand infrastructure in the Category A schools. Mr. Speaker, I'm told that if you go to PRESEC, the old boys who are here, even assembly, they have to go to assembly in batches. Mfansipin was in my office this morning to announce their 155th anniversary and to invite His Excellency President Mahama to be associated with it. No assembly hall. We are building a 5,000 capacity assembly hall for a number of selected schools. The GET Fund is providing 180 million US dollars to support our secondary education learning improvement program, which will focus on their completion. Mr. Speaker, this question of placement, you heard all the conflict about Category A, Category B school. Category A school simply means schools that are oversubscribed because of their quality or standing. We can build the infrastructure and support them with quality improvement. Mr. Speaker, with some regret, I know that in the whole Northeast region, there is no single Category A school. In the whole of the Savannah region, there is no single Category A school. OT region, no Category A school. Yet, all these learners are to compete with the likes of their colleagues in Mfansipim, Adisadal, or Wegehe. We need to respond to the equity challenge and ensure that through expanded infrastructure, both dormitories and classrooms. Mr. Speaker, what happened significantly between 2018 and yesterday was that whilst the transformative initiative for free senior high school, one, we didn't define what is free. What is free? It is just about feeding. Mr. Speaker, the President has directed me that in areas we should build large day schools, like the Kwabinya type of school, maybe in Kaswa or in Nima or in Ayawasu, Bubuashi area. We can do that kind of it. Mr. Speaker, if we don't deboardinize, but we also know that in some rural areas, you necessarily must allow for boarding schools. There are about 46 applications in my office from MPs seeking to convert day schools to boarding school. It comes at a cost. Mr. Speaker, the GET Fund, as I have said, hitherto was funded from Petroleum Revenue Management between 2018 and 2024. Now it's now being solely borne by the GET Fund. That does not give the GET Fund enough room to be able to do more, both for tertiary education, secondary and basic education. I thank you.
Yes, Honorable Member.
No supplementary. Just want to thank him for the assurance.
Very well. Honorable members, we then move to question number 220. Standing in the name of Elvis Jose Mensah Dapa, I have for Anon Southwest.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Education about the stance of the ministry on the refusal of the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, in the Afano Southwest constituency, to commissioning a safe and a prepared educational facility, that's my Council Methodist KG block, as well as the suitable interventions being implemented to ensure that the school children are not further deprived.
So as we wait for him to come and speak. Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'll be happy to go with my colleague, the Honorable Elvis Osei Mensah Dapa, at a convenient date in December to commission the facility for him. The office of minister goes beyond the watershed of partisanship. That is a state property invested with taxpayers' money. Every Ghanaian is entitled to the full benefits of the rights and benefits guaranteed under the 1992 Constitution. And therefore, it is not the case that the chairman of the NDC in Afuana South, he probably was just supervising it. Once it's completed, it becomes GES government property. Give me a date. I'm free after 4th December. I probably may be in the region between the 12th and 20th of December. bearing my role in Parliament here, I'll be happy to commission it. Mr. Speaker, last 2 weeks, I was in Bimbila to commission a similar facility for which I had the same reasons, which was funded by the GMPC Foundation for the Bimbila Senior High School. The reason the commission delayed, I had the same political undertones. No, I was on my way to Bimbila to commission it when my attention was drawn that the GMPC Foundation, which funded the project, was not invited to the project. I thought that was not good enough, and therefore I deferred it. So I'll be happy to go and commission it for you. Don't be too worried and concerned about any chairman standing your way. Thank you.
Yes.
Speaker, let me commend the Minister of Education for his assurance to the Honourable Member. The Honourable Member has personally complained to me, and I had cautioned that he should reach out to you. You are the type of person who will not introduce partisanship as far as our educational facility building is concerned. So I want to urge the Minister to honor his words and ensure that, and I know you are a man of honor, this matter is resolved ASAP for it not to degenerate into unnecessary partisan colors. So I want to assure the Minister that we on this side of the House will cooperate with you to ensure you do what you have just put on record. But the Honourable Member is a very friendly, I don't know if he has a follow-up, but he is a very friendly person who is available to travel with you to the constituency to get these matters resolved ASAP. I thank you, Speaker.
Honourable Member, do you have a follow-up question?
Mr. Speaker, I just want to thank the Honourable Minister for his assurance. Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Minister responsible for education, on behalf of the House, I thank you very much for attending upon the House to respond to the questions slated for you. Thank you. You are hereby discharged. Yes, honourable members, by consensus, for now, this brings us to the end of question time. Then we'll move straight to item number 8. Honourable members, we shall now conclude the commentary on the statement made by the Honourable Minister for Finance on the budget statement and the economic policy of government of the Republic of Ghana for the year ending 31st December 2026. Before calling on the minority leader, indulge me to announce the presence of our revered guests. We have students from the Learning Center, led by Emmanuel Doona Okla, a teacher. They are from Tema Central, they numbered 43. We have 10 Yuhas, led by Tarsisius Nantale, president, and they are from, is it Huawei? They numbered 18. The member of parliament is there able to attend to you. Honourable members, I have the pleasure to introduce to you Honourable Dr. Sherif El Gabali, a member of parliament and the chairman of the African Cooperation Committee of the Egyptian House of Representatives, who is on a trade mission to Ghana. He is accompanied by His Excellency Wael Fati, Egyptian ambassador to Ghana. Ms. Hania El Kadi, Deputy Ambassador. Miss Nesrin Wihesh, Head of Trade. Honourable members, on your behalf, I wish him a pleasant stay in the country and a fruitful mission. You are once again very welcome. Thank you for coming. Honourable members, on this note, I will give the floor to Honourable Minority Leader Osahin Alexander Kwamina Apanyo Maki. You have the floor. You are speaking for 1 hour.